Is the level of quote-unquote silliness among the leadership that perhaps they are digging into deeply. My analysis is that whenever small parties are usually prone to cyclical crisis because their operators are basically jobless persons. The small parties, I've said before, not just little parties, they're just a disaster. Whether it is ADC, whether it's even the one that show whether it's running. These guys, the big parties, PDP, APC, are far better run.
Dr. Sam Amadi, a deep thinker and intellectual, has spared nobody in his latest media attack. Dr. Amadi is known to be a stout critic of the federal government and, in fact, the whole political system in Nigeria, comprising politicians, political parties, elections, electioneering campaigns, the relations among the arms of government, and the rest of the elements. But this time, for the first time in history, Dr. Amadi has spoken a positive word about conventional or major political parties in Nigeria. What are they? The ruling All Progressives Congress, the APC, and the People's Democratic Party, the PDP. Ironically, these have been the parties Nigerians view with utter disdain and corrupt. But Dr. Amadi did not care about it. He just felt obliged to speak the truth no matter whose ass is God, and regardless of his being appealing to the public. Instead, those who came under the attack of Dr. Amadi are those whom most Nigerians might see as preferable to the APC and the PDP. They include the smaller parties such as the Labour Party, as well as Sowore and his African Action Congress. Today on Beyond the Headlines, we explore all these, the triggers of this intellectual bombshell. Hello Nigerians, I'm glad to have you on Beyond the Headlines. It's a new week, so listen very carefully. I am Tosh Kurapel. In the latest media attack, should I say media outing on Arise Television, Dr. Sam Amadi, one of Nigeria's few most powerful critics, has attacked the Labour Party, other smaller oppositions, including Sowore's African Action Congress. He condemned these parties, referring to their leaders as jobless, silly, and appendages to the ruling APC. He noted that the PDP, which is the only serious opposition party in itself, being strangulated by the APC. He finally said that he authoritatively proclaimed that the APC and the PDP were better parties than all other smaller opposition parties. But what is the trigger behind this bombshell? Dr. Amadi is not your regular analyst or public commentator. He is not a keyboard activist. He is the brain behind the Abure School of Social and Political Thought, an institution built to go beyond surface-level analysis and explore the depths of Nigeria's political ecosystem. A hub where national crises were studied from the roots, interpreted with accuracy, and solutions crafted with clinical precision. So when Dr. Amadi speaks, the public may react emotionally, but the intellectual community listens with keen interest. This time, Dr. Amadi has stirred public emotions by daring to say what many would rather keep to themselves or never imagined at all. Now, while many Nigerians have in recent years sought refuge in smaller parties, particularly the Labour Party and the African Action Congress, led by Sowore, Dr. Amadi made a sharp turn. He said, and I quote, that authoritatively, the APC and the PDP remain better political parties than all other political parties in the current Nigerian politics. Why is that so? Let's break it down. First, disillusionment with establishment. Dr. Amadi, like many Nigerians, has never hesitated to call out the failings of the APC and the PDP, two parties that have largely ruled Nigeria since 1999. He has time and again labeled them corrupt, unimaginative, and symbols of Nigeria's elite failure. For years, he has criticized their disregard for democratic norms and economic mismanagement and elite collusion. The three arms of government, the legislature, the executive, and the judiciary, have not been spared by him.
River State is a fallout of election. Outcomes of election, betrayers, and politicians don't want to live with suboptimal results. Politicians want to have maximum outcome, and that's why we're in this trouble. And now, Mr. President, political strategies has pushed the conflict higher by taking advantage of a crisis to create a political outcome for himself. In Nigeria as well, election is one of strategy. And the strategy of election in Nigeria is very simple. Bribe INEC, bribe judiciary, commandeer the security, and they are done. So it's actually silly, collectively stupid to expect this INEC to do a free and fair election. I think it's a collective stupidity.
Second, the rise of the alternatives. In the build-up to the 2023 general elections, hope was rekindled. Labour Party, with P2B as its flag bearer, emerged as a rallying point for many disenchanted Nigerians, especially the youth. Sowore's AAC also appealed to a radical fringe of the population seeking revolutionary change. For a moment, it seemed Nigeria had finally found the political reset button. Third, ideological bankruptcy and organizational chaos. Unfortunately, Dr. Amadi, digging beneath the emotional highs and the hashtags, saw what many did not want to see. He observed that these so-called alternatives were not truly political parties in the full sense of the word. In his analysis, they lacked ideological clarity, organizational discipline, internal democracy, and the institutional memory that make a political party functional over time. What was presented as fresh hope was, in Amadi's intellectual framing, either populist movements held together by social media hysteria or personality cults without deep political structure. According to Dr. Amadi, when we strip away emotions and idealism, the true test of the political party is its ability to endure, organize, build consensus, train political actors, and institutionalize governance mechanisms, even if flawed. And that's why the APC and PDP, for all their undeniable faults, come in. They have, over time, maintained national spread and internal cohesion, shown some level of internal competition and negotiation, handled the rigors of democratic transitions and power shifts, built structures down to the grassroots, trained political operatives who understand governance and even if badly practiced. By contrast, many of the alternative parties have collapsed into personality cults, failed to develop consistent national ideologies, fragmented under pressure, lacked internal democratic mechanisms. For instance, the storm rocking the Labour Party hit a new level when Oseloko Obase, a top party chieftain and former campaign manager of Peter Obi, suddenly resigned. His exit raised eyebrows and hinted at deep cracks within the Labour Party. At the same time, things got messier with the heated exchange between Julius Abure, the party's factional chairman, and Governor Alex Oti of Abia State. Speaking on Arise television, Governor Oti slammed Abure, saying he was masturbating over leadership, even though the Supreme Court had already ruled against him.
I was in PDP.
Okay.
And then from PDP, I went to Abga.
So you've been moving around
from
a lot.
Abga, I went to APC. I've been in APC.
So you've moved around a lot.
So
that means
that's not the issue.
You might just continue in that line.
That is not the issue.
You might go back home.
That is not the issue. The issue is that the party that brought me to power is Labour. Okay? And today we have fought and retrieved Labour. So, and I said I will send you the Supreme Court judgment. So when you finish reading it, you will know that Abure is just masturbating.
Really?
Abure didn't take it lightly. He fired back in a press conference, insulting Oti by calling him a dwarf.
I want to use this opportunity to reply Dr. Alex Oti, the governor of Abia State, who was on Arise television this morning to make very derogatory statements about the leadership of the party. This leadership have been very magnanimous. We have been very patient. We have expressed a lot of maturity in handling some of the rascals that we accommodated in our party. And I think it got to a fall today with that interview, and we felt that it's appropriate, most appropriate at this point in time, to respond to him so that he doesn't think that he's the only one who can be in the gutter. You will recall that not too long ago, the governor stated that if we don't relinquish the leadership of the party, that he was going to use government machinery to destroy us in the party. And I'm sure you all saw that publication. Deliberately, as leaders of the party, as matured leaders of this party, as those who believe in the growth and development of the country, and as leaders that made them, we made them, without sounding immodest, we made Governor Alex Otti, made him governor, supported him, made sacrifices to him, refused bribe, refused offers that made him governor. And so today he was again on Arise Television and deliberately tried to misinform members of the public in respect of the Supreme Court's decision. My major worry was his foul language when he said that we are masturbating. The Supreme Court have sacked us, and that he's laughing at us because we are still holding on to the leadership and masturbating in the party. And I felt that he's not the only one who can use gutter language. And I want to reply him as follows. Number one, Dwafi and Lilliputian men used to be men of great ideas. It is Alex Otti that I will see, who is not only dwarfy in appearance, but also dwarfy in knowledge. The Supreme Court decision was clear, crystal clear, that issues of leadership are a domestic affairs of the party. It is unambiguous. It is clear. And when the Supreme Court said it's a domestic affairs of the party, what does it mean? Even a layman who didn't go to school will know that the constitution of the party will be supreme. And the constitution of the party have created organs who has the mandate, who has the powers to dictate the affairs of the party. And rightly so, the Supreme Court said every matter that has to do with leadership and internal affairs and the domestic affairs of the party. And the party organs spoke loud and clear on the 27th of March 2024 at Inewi, where a national convention was held that brought in the leadership of the party. And therefore, for him to again be on national television today after they have moved themselves like crickets to INEC office, and I'm sure the media saw it, where a governor belittled himself, carried the CTC, because we've not seen governors before, because INEC have not seen governor, or because he think he can intimidate INEC and harass them by going to INEC to submit a CTC of a court judgment. They jumped, carried it like cricket and went to INEC. INEC is a civilized organization.
This public war of words further exposed the chaos and the maturity brewing within the political party system. It was in the middle of this mess that Dr. Sam Amadi made a bold statement that despite their flaws, the APC and the PDP are far more organized and credible than all the other political parties put together in Nigeria. His comment was triggered not just by the resignation of Obaze, but by the public embarrassment of party leaders trading insults like market rivals. To Dr. Amadi, if a party that once gave Nigerians hope could crumble so quickly into name-calling and the internal power struggle, then maybe the old political giants still have an edge, at least in stability and structure. Dr. Amadi's conclusion is not a celebration of APC and PDP. No, he's not celebrating them. He's not supporting them in any way. It is a lament about the failure of others to do better. His point is simple, yet piercing. You cannot build a new Nigeria with political startups that don't understand how political parties work. If anything, his critic is a wake-up call. The so-called alternatives, the Labour Party, the APC, and whatever, if they truly want to lead Nigeria, they must go beyond hashtags and slogans. They must become real opposition parties with discipline, ideology, structure, and national wish. You're watching Beyond the Headlines. If you love these, do not hesitate to hit the like button, make your comments, share this video, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more exciting things to come. I am Tosh Kurak. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.